games have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Shoves him aside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and a change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
29-yard line.
Let's go back to 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Throw right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square. And then you brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that that start. Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
You talk about this Jets defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week in NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2 into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McIntosh to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the score that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. The beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll run straight ahead with Genty. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to say, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On 1st down, it's Genty. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. The sneak successful from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Falcons 3.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Falcons 10.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds that we were going to be successful in this one.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Jets are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Liking 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
79.
They'll go. Here's Genty. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was, takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackle.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a first and 10. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
They'll set up the throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again. Rifles one that's going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's second down.
No, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
It's a gain of
and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
14-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Here we go. Rocco 80.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ashton Genty with career touchdown number 175, tying Emmitt Smith for second most all time. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
19 yards. And the Falcons first down.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
At the Jets' 42-yard line.
for Gibbs here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down.
Back to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Again, it's Gibbs. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes him from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Looking to throw. McIntosh. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give out of the gun to Genty. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Second and short now following the fumble. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Genty. his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Ready up.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
79 Broncos. Ready. Cougar. Bronco 80. Switch. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 19 yards away. And the Jets add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Falcons 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
2nd and 5. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Down to the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ashton Genty with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into second place all time. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw. McIntosh. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Falcons.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Brings up third and 6.
From the gun on third down, McIntosh. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On fourth down, McIntosh. He completes it to Hunter. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. McIntosh. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, McIntosh. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fights through it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Back to throw.
McIntosh. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Looking to throw. McIntosh. Now he's going to step up and run. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And power running here down the 6-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. McIntosh. He'll try it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
19, Panther 11, go.
They'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. Down the left sideline. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Falcons 46, Jets 42.
So
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. Big play created here. Big-time effort. He's not going to help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble. Off the play fake. McIntyre. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on third down, McIntyre. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
First down. First and goal, Atlanta.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw. McIntyre. And he's going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Let's go now.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is intercepted. And just shutting him off there. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
But I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with the lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The Jets 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McIntyre. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
from the gun on third down. McIntosh will try and do this himself. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And the Falcons first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
And goal to go.
Back to throw. McIntosh. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Yes, 42.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on first down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McIntosh. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
He was brought down at the
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Off-play action. McIntosh. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McIntosh.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Falcons. Travis Hunter, 59 yards.
And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's something good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
At the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. McIntosh. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Looking to throw. McIntosh setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And he was caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Robinson up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 33 yards. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
63.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he was trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
77. Jets, 63.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. something to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
That's good for a Jets first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the fumble recovery. McIntosh. No, bottled up. It's out. It's loose. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. McIntosh. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Robinson will try to pick it up. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. His 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. Loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now back to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss. Instead, just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And it goes a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away, but a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
A run out of the gun with Genty. That one good for 33 in the first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of this caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Mustang 19.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty with the interception there. That means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire.